Hello, everybody. Happy Tarot Tuesday. Happy Tuesday because it's the 22nd. Tammy told me that earlier and I didn't even realize it. So I hope everyone is good. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Happy. Hey, Amber. Oh my goodness. Happy is actually new. She came by my husband's stream, so welcome, Happy. Happy to have you. Hey, Aaron. Um, Today, hopefully you guys can hear me. My lighting is kind of funky, and of course my microphone is in there, but I don't know why my lighting's so funky. I have everything set up the same way I always do. I've got my TV up above me so I can see my chat. So I hope everyone is doing good today. What do I have going on? I made a video on protection and grounding and cleansing. I just have to edit it. That's like my worst demise, is trying to edit that damn thing. Once I get that edited, hopefully after the stream, I will get that posted. I also would like to start doing a series on astrology. So I don't like saying teach. I'm gonna talk about astrology. I'm no professional or anything, but just kind of share my knowledge on astrology, talk about the different zodiacs and what they're like, talk about birth charts and where the planets are and what planets do and all that good stuff. I'm going to break it all down for you guys, piece by piece. I think the first, hey Stork, I am doing, pick a card 1 through 10. And then when I'm done, everyone in the comments that wants a tarot reading will get a tarot reading. I'll do it piece by piece, for the astrology. So the first one I think is just going to be about the zodiacs, the 12 different zodiacs and what they mean. What different zodiacs, like the personality traits. Got that book you recommended. It's amazing. Oh, the only astrology book you'll ever need. It really is the only astrology book you'll ever need. I love that book and it breaks it down really well. So I'll probably look at that a little bit for like my notes, just to kind of organize myself while I'm doing these videos. But, I'm actually really excited to get those started. So hopefully I'll be a little bit better about actually making videos and editing them, of course. But I will get that. I might start that video tonight after my stream, after I edit the first one, because I need to. And then, yeah, hopefully I'll have that up by this weekend. Makes it so simple. I love it. Yeah, it really does. It like breaks it down. It's almost like astrology for dummies. Like it breaks everything down and it tells you all of it. And I personally need to work on aspects a little bit more. I need to get more into that. Like you'll see people who are like, oh, Pluto trines Jupiter and this is what comes of it. And I know a little bit of it, but not a whole lot of it. So I might need to kind of give myself a little bit of a teaching lesson, and then maybe I'll do a video for you guys on that. But I'll start off easy with just the different zodiacs, what they mean, and then go into the birth chart, what that looks like, what it means, the different houses, different planets, all that good stuff. The book, Happy, is called, it's literally called The Only Astrology Book You Will Ever Need. And as corny as that title sounds, it really is the only astrology book you'll ever need. I got mine on Amazon. I think it was like $12 or $13 on Amazon. It wasn't super expensive. And I am so glad I got it. I know a little bit about astrology, but I really wanted like more in depth and just kind of like an actual book that I can look at and organize my thoughts with. And it's actually really great. Worth it. 100% worth it. So for those of you who are new, for Tarot Tuesdays, I do pick a card 1 through 10. Then that way anyone who's watching after the live replaying after the live, they still get a tarot reading, but also everybody else that's watching now can get an extra tarot reading. So you either pick 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, whatever calls to you. The number that goes with the card, 1 through 10, coincides with your message. And then I'll go through, and anybody who wants one, let me know in the comments. Those of you who are new, make sure you let me know if you do want a reading. I don't do a reading for you unless you ask. I want your permission. So let me know if you do want one. And I think that's about it. I think that's, yeah. And then I usually just ramble on and on. And I'm all over the place sometimes. You will find that. Little bit of zodiac there. So I'm a Virgo sun, which makes me like super organized sometimes. Doesn't always come through. But my rising is Sagittarius, and Sagittariuses are kind of like floaty and all over the place and like bam, 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 like never like focused. They're totally unfocused, and that's who I am like all the time. So anyways, I am gonna get started on the 1 through 10 first. If I start getting any more people, I'm gonna have to like make myself a queue to where like people can get into the queue and it'll actually show me a list. I know my husband had talked about being able to do that eventually. Might need to do that. Love your scattered self, it's cute. Oh, I'm glad somebody thinks so. I watch my videos sometimes and I'm like, man, I am all over the place. Oh, but I like it. It's authentic. Aries here. Ooh, Aries. So Aries are usually very competitive, very passionate. They can be a little bit short-tempered, but they're very they're impulsive. They usually don't think before they act. They just do it. And they're usually athletic. Not always, sometimes. My Mars is in Aries, and that makes me super competitive. Like, I'm horrible to play games with. My 9-year-old, she's almost 9, my 8-year-old, and I butt heads so bad when we play games, and I'm just like, yeah, suck it. And she's like, mommy. I'm awful when it comes to playing games. Terrible. So competitive. I get mean. And that's my Aries coming through. But yeah, I'll talk about like the different parts of your birth chart, what the planets mean, because different planet placements are gonna add to your personality too. So there's not just 12 different personalities out there. It's combinations of different parts of your birth chart. So it's always really fun. I completely nerd out. I love astrology, and I will go in depth if you let me. Like right now, I'm just like constantly talking about it. I will totally nerd out and just talk for hours about astrology. I love it. I have a physical and love reading. I might have asthma. I'm going to see the doctor tomorrow. My mom has asthma, so I'm like super scared because me and Elizabeth are rocky lately. Oh no. All right. Well, I will definitely get you physical and love reading. Okay. Number 1. For anyone who chose number 1, oh, let me switch my screen so you can see it a little bit better. Number 1 is 7 of Wands. Make sure that you are planning your steps. He's running across these sticks in the water, and he's making sure that he's planning his steps before he runs across. You're gonna want to move a little bit quickly, but just make sure that you're planning ahead. You're thinking one step ahead constantly, because things are gonna start moving a little bit fast and you have to be prepared for it. So just make sure that you're prepared for that. Competitions are hilariously fun. Yes, I get mean, but it's mostly lighthearted and fun. I can make my daughter cry sometimes, and then I feel terrible, and I'm like, I need to stop. Number 2 is 3 of Pentacles. Make sure that you're building your foundation. Another kind of plan ahead, but more on a foundational level, just making sure that you're building each brick and you're really making a sturdy foundation before you get to going on the next journey that you're getting ready to go on. Number 3, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So when we have a reverse card, it's the same type of energy, however it's stuck energy. Something is holding you back from that type of energy, and the Queen of Pentacles is this badass bitch who has done it all and has been able to work really hard and get where she's going, and she is just independent and doesn't need anybody to help her achieve her goals. All of her hard work is paying off. Now, with it being in reverse, it's more of a stuck energy in that sense. So all of your hard work is about to pay off, but something's kind of keeping it from completely fulfilling itself. So whatever you're working on, whatever you've been putting your sweat and tears and hard work into, something's keeping you from completing it. Whether that's your confidence, being able to confidently finish what you're doing, and you're kind of holding yourself back, or it could be somebody else who's kind of keeping you from completing your goals. Someone else is kind of holding you back and kind of being that anchor and not letting you move. So just make sure that you pay attention to what's going on, whether you're stopping yourself from doing it or somebody else is stopping you. But that hard work is there. You've done it. You got to get past that little block there. Pick 2 and 3. Tammy. So Tammy is always picking queens, and I will pull queens for her all the time. It's either queens, high priestess, or empress. She's just got that queen energy. I love it. Number 4 is Page of Swords. So pages are all full of potential and really good things. Swords being all about taking action. She's about to take a leap of faith. If you can tell in the picture, she is blindfolded. If it's gonna focus. She's blindfolded and she's about to jump off a cliff. But there's butterflies that are going to magically catch her. So you're at a point in your life where you might be ready to take a leap of faith off this cliff, and just knowing that something is there to kind of help you and guide you, and whether it's going to be a failure or a success, it's definitely something that has to happen. So just know that if it is a failure, you're learning from a lesson. It's a lesson that needed to be learned. So 5 and 6. Okay, so let's see. Number 5. 5 of Chalices. I always love when the numbers match up with the card and the number on the card. 5 of Chalices, but it is in reverse. So 5 of Chalices is all about letting go. Chalices being about emotions. So you've got some sort of emotion that's kind of holding you back, and you're from being able to move on. Knowing what to let go of is a big thing with the 5 of Chalices. Let me put it up to this camera. Maybe, come on, let's focus. I need a better camera. Seriously. If you can't tell, there we go, that's better. So he's dropping some of his chalices or his emotions, and he's got 2 chalices still up next to him on the cliff. So he's knowing, okay, I want to hold on to these things, but I'm going to let go of these things. Now with it being in reverse, maybe you're not sure or not letting yourself let go of these things. Now these can be regrets, feelings for other people, grudges, any type of emotion that might be kind of weighing you down and that you need to just kind of release and let go of. Something's keeping you from doing that, and I feel like it's more of a you thing. Something that you're doing is keeping you from letting go completely. Sometimes we have to cut ties with certain people, or we might need to just kind of block them and stop communicating with them, but something needs to change so that you can let go, release these emotions and being able to move on. So number 6, the Devil in reverse. My cards are beautiful. So quick story, these are from James R. Eads, an artist. I post his art all the time on my Facebook page, but he is releasing tiny cards of this deck, and I just bought some. They should be delivered soon. They were on Kickstarter, and I think he just finished it, so it should be getting shipped out soon. But what I'm gonna do, because these cards are so pretty, I'm gonna take the mini ones and I'm gonna make this huge canvas and just put all the cards out, because when you put if you put the pentacles together in order, it makes this big panoramic picture and just tells like this whole story throughout the cards, and it's so pretty. I love them. We'll definitely share that when I get those cards in. Anyways, number 6 is the Devil in reverse. So you're not allowing yourself to give in to temptations. You're not allowing yourself to kind of play in things. So the devil's not this evil thing. It's just more of a giving into those temptations, kind of letting go of responsibilities and taking the more playful, fun route, which is not always bad. So something's kind of keeping you, I feel like it's more of a, like, I'm feeling like I need to just stick to my responsibilities and be really strict on myself and not allow myself this playing time. So it's definitely saying like, hey, let's get that energy unstuck. Let's take some time to relax, give into a little bit of fun, and do some things that you might not do on a normal basis because of those responsibilities. Number 7, I swear I can count. Temperance in reverse. So you're not taking the middle road. Temperance is all about balance and being able to kind of see when you're letting things kind of overflow. So in this picture, there's a bunch of water and these cups. Oh my gosh, there we go. It's a bunch of water, and these cups are trying not to overflow, and temperance is that patience and allowing those cups to be able to fill without overflowing them. But something's keeping you from being able to use that patience and understanding and being able to take the middle road and being able to not take sides in an argument and that kind of thing. Being neutral. You're not being neutral in a situation. Number 8, Knight of Chalices. 5 and 6 are so going together. Yeah. So number 8, Knight of Chalices, all about this roller coaster of emotions. We're always having ups, we're always having downs. It's a card that kind of reminds us, enjoy the good times, enjoy the ups, and don't worry about the downs while you're enjoying the ups. Make sure that you're fully there and present in the moment. With this card, he's just kind of like on this big wave, and there's some scary stuff down in the water, and he's not worried about it. He's just having a good time with his cup, and he's just like, woo-hoo. Enjoy the good times while you have them, and don't worry about the bad stuff, and just be present in the moment. Ooh, number 9 is the Lovers. Lovers is kind of a self-explanatory card. It's all about lovers in a relationship. This can be a spark with a new relationship, or if you're already taken, it can be a spark with the relationship that you're already in. Just kind of like a new flame, new fresh feeling of love, and just being able to appreciate each other. It can also be self-love. If you're not in a relationship, you don't want a relationship, it can be more of just like this spark of self-love, just true appreciation for yourself. And number 10, self-love is not happening. You're not taking time to relax, recharge, take care of yourself. You're constantly taking care of other people, and you're starting to get to a point where you're going to pour from an empty cup. This Six of Chalices being in reverse is that need for the self-care, the time to do that recharging and just kind of like this breath and a deep breath and being able to relax and being able to not worry about other people and just worry about yourself. Sometimes we all have problems doing that. I know I do. Sometimes I will take care of everybody else and not worry about myself, and I get super overwhelmed and just burnt out. And that card is definitely saying, like, you're getting burned out. Take care of yourself. All right. So, I've got Tammy, I've got Happy, I've got Amber, I've got no, I see Elizabeth in Amber's message. And I've got, there was somebody else. Who else was there? Shoot. And my chat has gone up. If someone else can grab that other name. I know there was somebody else new in here. Let me start with Tammy. Oh, and Aaron, yes. There was someone else that was new though, I think. Tammy, Amber, Happy, or no, Tammy, Happy, Amber, Aaron, and the other person. Okay. Anybody else that is watching, make sure that you comment. Let me know you want a reading and I will get to everybody, I promise. I might skip your name because my chat's going like crazy, but I promise I will get to you. All right. Tammy, you already said you know what cards are going to come up. And the High Priestess. Always. It's always feminine energy with Tammy. I love it. So you're walking through the woods. You're kind of going through a struggle. You're in the thick of it. You're going through. Just make sure. Yes, Stork. That was the name. Make sure that you're keeping your chin held high, knowing that there is something, this little swirl that is following her, has her back. Use your cane, use what you need to kind of just keep going. Don't give up on what you're accomplishing. It's gonna feel like, I feel like this card is saying, like, you feel right now like there's a lot of failure, but there's not. Just make sure that you hold your head up high. Some of these failures, you might just have to be learning some lessons with them. But hold your head up high. And that High Priestess energy is just this awesome feminine energy. Creative potential, looking inward, your higher self, looking to your subconscious, listening to your intuition because that moon is in there. But just know that if you are struggling, hold your head up high. You're going through this for a reason. You're going to learn some important lessons. And just know that the universe has your back. One more card, just because I feel like it. Two of Pentacles, all about kind of like deciding, okay, do I want the fun stuff? Do I want the responsibilities? And this card, I feel like you want some of the fun stuff. So just make sure that in the midst of all this struggle, you take some time to just do something fun for yourself. Hopefully that makes sense. The words High Priestess. Exactly. We were literally just talking about the High Priestess. That's funny. Next is Happy, and then Amber, and then Aaron, and then Stork, I think that's it. If I'm missing anybody, please holler at me. That is really funny though, Tammy. We were literally just talking about High Priestess. It was so funny. All right. Happy. Okay. So the moon is in reverse. The moon is all about like light being shed on shadows. So the light, shedding light on things that you might not be seeing to the naked eye. It might be something that might be a little bit hidden. Your intuition is trying to, I really feel like this card is like saying, like, your intuition is telling you something and you're not listening to it. Because the moon is all about intuition. If there's ever a moon in a tarot card, it's listen to your intuition for sure. But with it being in reverse, you're not listening to your intuition. Your intuition's like screaming at you like, hey, this is what you need to be doing. And you're not really listening to it. So make sure that you listen. 10 of Chalices, all about kind of being open and letting it all out with someone important. So this could be a family member, friend, relationship, whatever the case may be. Try to get it to focus. It's two people in a tree, and there's all these cups or emotions hanging around them because they're laying it all out. They're kind of just letting everything out with each other and being open and supporting each other with everything. So you might want to find someone close to you that you're able to just kind of open up, and you'll find that that person needs it just as much as you do. Hanged Man, it's all about making sacrifices, but when it's in reverse, are you making the right sacrifices? Are you sacrificing something that you shouldn't be sacrificing? Is it worth the sacrifice? Make sure that you are taking the wheel and steering your own life, making sure that you're in control. You're not letting other people steer your car for you. The Chariot. 3 out of 4 cards were major arcana. Major arcana being like really important messages, really important life lessons. I feel like with that, it's definitely something that you should listen to. You should take kind of heed on. Just make sure that you're not, these 2 cards definitely go together. Make sure you're not sacrificing what you want for somebody else so that they can steer your life in a certain direction. Make sure that you're going by what you want, and your intuition's probably telling you that. 8 of Pentacles, all about things are starting to come to fruition. All these beautiful flowers are growing for her, but she's still watering them. She's still taking care of them, being consistent and persistent and following through with things. So make sure that you're watering your garden. You're taking care of the things that you want to accomplish, because that's stuck energy. You might not be sticking with something or being consistent enough with something. So make sure that you're following through with something that you want to do, especially with that Chariot. And like the Chariot's all about taking the wheel, because it's a car obviously driving down the road, but it's like, take the wheel. Don't let other people steer your life for you. Hopefully let me pull one more. The Magician, another moon in reverse. Your intuition screaming through these cards. Your gut feeling is telling you something. So make sure that you're listening to that. The Magician's all about being able to, having the power to manipulate things how you want it, make things, manifest things, being able to be like, I want this, and I know that I have the power to make this happen. And again, it's all about like what you're wanting, being able to accomplish what you want and not letting other people steer your life for you, definitely. But I really feel like your intuition's like, girl, listen, because it's almost always right. It's always right. Listen to your gut, your intuition. Get in tune with that for sure. Speaking volumes to you. I feel like sometimes we all like really need to listen to our intuition and our gut feeling. For sure. I know sometimes I don't always listen to it. All right. Who was next? Amber. And you wanted physical and love. Okay. Stork, if you are still here, let me know if you want a reading. Aaron, you are next. I think. Yeah. I'm going to do Amber, then Aaron. Then Stork, if you want a reading, just let me know. Like I said, I don't like to read unless you give me permission, because I am tapping into your energy, and I don't like when people are just tapping into my energy and they didn't get permission for it. So, and also just let me know if you're still here. All right. Amber, Amber, Amber. We're going to do physical. Okay. The Fool, another major arcana, big things happening. The Fool is all about starting on a new journey. Sorry, I keep banging my desk and it's like shaking everything. Fool is all about starting a new journey and kind of going on this journey with the naive energy of the Fool. Not worrying about the risks, not worrying about like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, and just kind of like that hesitation. The Fool is this person or this energy where they're not really worried about it. They're just going for the goal and they're not worrying about what could happen. You definitely are not gonna be able to tell this, but there's a little, maybe you can. There's a little wolf in the water who has swam out to this pier to get this pelican, and the pelican can obviously fly away. The wolf, or the Fool, has swum out there not thinking about the fact that the pelican can fly. He's just going for it. You want to definitely take on that energy. However, the moon is in the card, so you definitely want to listen to your intuition. So if your gut is telling you like, hey, be careful of this, definitely be careful of it, but go into it not really worrying too much about other things and just going for that goal. Seven of Chalices, things aren't as they seem. Don't take things at face value. So if you're in the beginnings of something and you said you're not sure if you might have asthma. So if you're in the beginnings of things and you're like super stressed out and so worried about having asthma, it's definitely a big thing. However, it might not be as big as you think it is. It might not be as scary as you think it is. So don't take things at face value, that first impression of something. Just wait and hear it out and listen to it and see how it works out. King of Chalices, emotions are all just gonna, everything, kings are all about victory, of where like things just kind of fall into place. Things are starting to work out for them. Chalices being emotions, I really feel like this is more the physical and this is part of the love reading. Eight of Swords, all about that feeling of loneliness. But if you can see in the picture, he's got a little butterfly on his shoulder. Focus. 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 Trying to get it to focus. There is a butterfly on his shoulder. So he's not as alone as he thinks. That's actually... There we go. There we go. So it's a little kid and he's behind these swords and he's feeling lonely and kind of feeling sad for himself, and but he's got a butterfly there. He definitely has something or someone there with him. He's not lonely. And it might be something that you might be feeling. Maybe you feel a little bit alone in the relationship. But you're not as alone as you think. Nine of Chalices, being able to appreciate all the things that you have and the things that you've accomplished and the road that you've gone on so far. That energy's stuck. So it might be time to just kind of, like, these are so out of order. Sometimes I just know like what the order is going to be. It might be time to appreciate what you have and that butterfly sitting on your shoulder. That not actually being alone kind of thing. And then once you take that time to appreciate things, the King of Chalices energy is going to come in and everything's just going to kind of fall into place. Someone's birthday. Aaron, tomorrow is my birthday. Can you do a New Year reading or something along those lines? Yes. Happy birthday. So you are... Oh, you're on the cusp of Aries. When you were born, was the sun in Aries or was it in Pisces still? It's not the same every single year, the date. So when you're like, because I think yesterday was the first day of Aries season. So you always got to watch it. My niece is right on that cusp of Aries and Taurus. Might move to Texas, so it feels lonely. Me and my dad, me, Elizabeth just keep arguing every day. Is your dad moving to Texas with you, or is it just you and Elizabeth? Because is this move good? Move is good. Just don't keep things to yourself. The star, I love the star. So the star is literally like, besides the sun, it's the happiest card you can pull. There's hope. There's definitely a light at the end of the tunnel. So you feel like you're struggling now and things are going meh and it's not great and it's not looking great. It could be some of that, like, not what it seems at first. There's hope for sure. Don't keep things to yourself. Open up. Let Elizabeth know your worries, your fears, and things will start falling into place for sure. That star, there's hope. Good things are on the horizon. All right. My dad, I don't know if Elizabeth even want to move. She's at a no right now. Oh no, that's so scary. Don't keep your fear of that. Don't keep that fear to yourself. California is ridiculous now. I feel like everyone's trying to move from California, and there's a lot of Californians trying to move here to Nashville, and it really messed up our housing market. A lot of people blame the Californians. But yeah, that's tough. I really hope everything. Hey, Lisa. All right. Okay. Aaron is next, and then Elizabeth, I'll get you, and Stork, if you're still around, let me know. I will do a reading for you if you would like one. All right, Aaron. Aaron wants a birthday reading. Okay. Okay. Aaron. Okay. Okay. So make a judgment call. You're kind of at a point where you're still at the beginning, or you're still at a point where you can take a crossroad a different way. Make sure that you're doing what you want to be doing. Make sure that the things that you're trying to do are working out how you want them to work out. Because you still, like I said, you're at that kind of last crossroads to be able to make a judgment call on, like, is this how I want things to work out, or do I need to go a different way? That Queen of Wands, Queen energy, I love it. Badass bitches, I love the Queen energy. It's in reverse though, so the energy is there. Queen of Wands being all about inspiration and ideas and creativity and just the potential for all of this good stuff, but it's in reverse, so something is holding you back. I do love readings. I'll get you another couple cards for a love reading, Happy, if you'd like. That energy's there. Something's holding you back from all that potential and all that, like you have like a writer's block or something. Now that can be a person, or it can be a change that needs to happen. The Tower, kind of a misunderstood card. Everyone's like, oh god, the Tower, it's horrible. Things need to come down, completely be restarted. And I feel like that's part of this Judgment card. It might be saying that maybe you're not quite meeting your potential with the road that you're taking. It might be time to make a change. And it might be this change that has to happen, but you're not allowing it to happen. Either you're not allowing it or someone else isn't allowing it. Six of Wands, you're kind of at a low self-confidence point. You're not really sure of where you want to go. You might be making that judgment call might be tough for you because you're not really sure, and you don't know if you can be that, you know, hold your chin up and being able to embark on this journey or this path that you're on. So it might be that a change just might need to happen. And you might still be on the right path and just some tweaking needs to happen. But certainly some change, definitely confidence. I feel like you need to have confidence in what you're doing to be able to really succeed. Also, I'm moving to someone. Am I moving to or with someone? Okay. Yeah, definitely. Like that confidence boost has to happen. Knight of Swords is, you have the potential to fight this battle and be able to get through all of this uncertainty. You just have to, like I said, that confidence needs to come through, and you need to just be like, all right, I got this. I've got this giant sword. I'm going to beat this goose, you know? Because in the swords, it's this whole panoramic of these giant geese that are attacking these people. And there's some that are able to fight back, and then some that are like hiding and not really sure. So, that energy of being able to take action and defeat what you're doing, or what you're coming across is definitely that. I feel like confidence is like the biggest word in here. Anxiety. Definitely. Sometimes we need that confidence boost to get through that anxiety. One more card. 3 of Chalices. You're not really letting yourself be playful. You're not letting that inner child come out. So that could be part of it too. Maybe just let that inner child out to play a little bit, and she might have the answers. Celebrate your birthday. Have a good time. And maybe that fresh start is what you need. All right. Then Elizabeth, and then Happy, I'll do a love reading for you. Elizabeth, you moving to Florida with someone. Okay. Now, one reading I will not do is a pregnancy reading. I can't do. If someone's like, am I pregnant? I won't let my cards answer that, just because it's such a big thing and you just need to go to a doctor to find out. You shouldn't be consulting the tarot cards. However, I will for fun, but there will always be disclaimers like, hey, don't listen to this. Please go see a doctor. But other than that, I can do yes or no questions. I can focus on different parts of your life. I can focus on different questions. So let's see. Elizabeth, are you moving to Florida? Is it with someone? Let's see. Okay. Okay, I definitely feel like there is someone out in this equation. Because of the 2 of Chalices and 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is all about like sharing with somebody, and the 2 of Chalices all about sharing your emotions and sharing, you know, like being there to support each other, and it's upside down. So you might be not really sure if you want to open up to this person. You're not really sure if you want to share everything with this person. Ace of Swords, all about this big, huge opportunity that's going to come your way. Don't let it pass you by because it's in reverse. Sometimes we let those things kind of pass us by because they seem too good to be true, or you're not really sure if you can tackle the opportunity that's coming your way. Don't let it pass by. There's definitely going to be a time to take action. You definitely want to take that. King of Wands. Where kings and queens differ is queens are these badass bitches who are doing everything and working really hard to get where they're at. King energy is, and they still have victory, the queens. Now, king energy is that same victory, but everything's just kind of falling into place for them because kings and men, just everything falls in place for them and they don't have to work nearly as hard as women do. Don't come at me. But that energy of things just kind of falling into place is stuck. Something is keeping all of that potential for these ideas and inspiration, and it might be some sort of like writer's block, creative block, And I feel like it has to do with these two that are upside down as well. Not really allowing yourself to be open with somebody and not taking action on that new opportunity that's going to come your way. And this card's definitely saying like share. It's where this one is, you're going to have an opportunity to share with somebody and support each other and be open with each other. This one is saying share with them. Like it's almost like a command, like you need to be sharing and being open and honest with somebody. So I definitely feel like there's somebody else. An Ace of Chalices. So 2 aces and they're both upside down. You're letting these things pass you by. You got to kind of have to take the opportunity as it comes. Don't let it pass you by. And that big moon in the background, your inspiration, your intuition is definitely in play. You're not really listening to your intuition. You might have a gut feeling about somebody where you're like, oh, you know, I really think this could be something. And you're not really sure. Listen to your intuition. Any idea what that might be? Another king, but he's not. I feel like if you, and I placed this card down here because it's more of like, if you take these opportunities, if you open up and be supportive and get that support from somebody else, this King of Pentacles energy is going to come into play. And all the things that you're wanting, Pentacles are meaning like success and health and wealth and all the, not always work related, it's more like just like life achievement related. All those things are going to kind of fall into place. And it's going to feel easy once you open up and be kind of vulnerable with somebody. That 2 of Chalices being in reverse, definitely that vulnerability is blocked. One more. Stay out of the drama. Stay out of someone around you. Some people around you are going to be like fighting for power or being able to make a certain decision. Make sure that you kind of stay out of that drama. X is in Florida. Huh. I don't know that it's the X because the energy changed when I saw your X. The world is all about learning from past experiences and not making the same mistakes again. So if you were in this relationship with somebody, it didn't work out, learn from your past experiences. And it might not necessarily mean that it won't work out with an ex if you want it to. It's more of a like learn from your lessons and make sure you bring that into whatever you're getting ready to go into. So if you do get with your ex, make sure that you've learned your lessons that you're needing to learn so that this relationship can work, and make sure he's learning the lessons too. Letting go of things. You're not letting go of things because it's in reverse. And it might just be that you can't let go of these things. I feel like this card is more of a like can't. Like it's not stuck energy, it's just we can't let go of these things. So it could very well be your ex. It really depends on what you want from the relationship. Maybe you can't let these things go. Queen of Swords. So this one's like the baddest bitch of them all. She's able to just completely vanquish her monsters and do everything on her own. And she's just, all of her hard work is paying off. So, I mean, it could be that maybe you've had to learn these lessons and maybe the timing wasn't right before, and maybe the time is right now. All the things that you've been through between that relationship and now have kind of paid off and kind of prepared you for another relationship with him to where it works out a little bit better. Could very well be. I think it's all about if you feel it's the right thing. Listen to your intuition, your gut feeling. All right, and happy. a love reading. Did I get everybody? If I didn't get you, please yell at me in the comments. Let me know. Stork, I did not see another message from you. I'm not sure if you're still here. If you are, shout at me, please. I will do a love reading for Happy, and then I will get off of here. And like I said, I think I'm going to do a video on Zodiac. I did a lot of readings tonight. I pulled a lot of cards. Don't have many left. I set my cards aside after I'm done reading them because I don't want to constantly pull the same cards over and over in the same night. Alright. Happy. Ooh. Disclaimer before you freak out, death is not a bad card. It's not. Oh. Okay. King and Queen in a love reading right next to each other is good. However, these are in reverse, so something's holding you guys back. Death is just an end of a chapter. It's not someone's gonna die. It's an end of a chapter so that something new can begin. And an end of the chapter means completely closing it off, closing that book, closing that chapter in your life, whatever the case may be. Whether that's a way of doing things, an idea of things, goals that you might have been wanting to get to, just kind of making that realization like, hey, this isn't working. Let's close that chapter and start completely new, brand new, completely fresh. Now it's in reverse, so that means that that energy's stuck. You're not making the change. You're not closing that chapter. Your intuition's kind of telling you like, okay, it's just not working. I need to just move on from this and try something else. And you're not letting yourself move on from it. You're not letting yourself completely close that chapter. You're leaving some pages open. Been a very long time, and I think something might happen. Okay. So if you're interested in a person and it's been a long time and you're wondering if that's going to go anywhere, I definitely feel like something has to change to be able to move on to that part of your relationship. So, and it could even be just like the way that you guys talk to each other. Maybe you need to be a little bit more open, but something big has to change because it's a major arcana card, so it's a big thing. Two of Wands, making plans. Listen to your intuition because that moon is in the card. But making plans and kind of looking ahead and knowing that you're on the right path and you're able to take on whatever you're about to take on because you've made those plans and that you've prepared for things. Now the Queen and King together are always great in a relationship. However, we're going to look at the suits that they're in. So the Queen is in Chalices. So it's all about emotions. Being calm, cool, collected is what the Queen of Chalices is all about. Something's keeping you from being that calm, cool, collected, being able to emotionally be ready for this relationship. And the King is in Swords, which is all about taking action. He's not really... whether he's not ready to take action or he's not taking an action. One more card. I think that this is really saying like you guys need to work a little bit on these things, the emotions and the being able to take action and the intellect and moving forward and being prepared for this relationship. Ten of Wands is kind of about like carrying a burden, being able to help each other carry the burden might definitely come into play. But just knowing that there's some sort of burden that needs to be kind of lifted in this. And I feel like this burden is kind of what's keeping these from being right side up. So something needs to be worked on a little bit before you guys are ready to be like in a relationship. I think it's all good. The Three of Swords is kind of like heartache, but it's in reverse. So in a relationship and another moon, a decision needs to be made, for sure. A decision needs to be made, and I feel like that decision is going to be imperative for whether you guys get together or whether this relationship works out. So make sure that you listen to your intuition on that decision that needs to be made. That decision will come up soon. 2 and another 2. So definitely like making plans, preparing, and being able to make a certain decision that's getting ready to come up, and it's going to kind of like choose the path of how this is going to go. So, and you can kind of see these 2 and 3 together. They make a picture. They join together. Three of Swords is always like, it's probably the worst card in the deck, but it's in reverse, so that's probably a good thing. But I feel like there's that potential for a heartbreak if it doesn't work out, but I feel like it has to do with this decision that's getting ready to be made. Being able to work on these things on your own before you get together. Being able to kind of help each other with the burdens. Maybe you guys can like open up to each other a little bit and be like, oh, okay, well, I need to work on this before I'm ready for a relationship. And maybe the other person has something to help you with that. You need to be the one to make the step from holding it back. And it could be, I feel like it's something emotional, whether you're I feel like it's more like fear of rejection. And I feel like that's where the Three of Swords comes into play, that fear of rejection, and that decision that needs to be made is like, do I just do it and face the possibility of that rejection, or do I just kind of let it be and let him make that next move? Definitely listen to your intuition on that. Two 2s and 2 moons on a Tuesday definitely means something. So 2s are all about like being on the right path, and you're definitely on the right path. It's just a little bit needs to be done before you can really be ready for that relationship. Potato tomato. How can I get a reading? I will give you a reading right now. Would you like a reading? Potato tomato. I don't have very many cards left. I don't remember the last time I had a reading or a Tarot Tuesday where I had this many cards being pulled. Awesome. I love it, you guys. All right, potato tomato. Okay. So, Wheel of Fortune is constantly turning. We're going to have ups, we're going to have downs, we're going to have good fortune, we're going to have bad fortune. The wheel is definitely turning. So if you're in a spot where you feel like you're just kind of stuck on that bad fortune, that wheel is getting ready to turn to good fortune. Keep an eye on, like, focus on one thing. So you might be struggling, going through kind of a thick of the woods kind of feeling. Keep your focus on the end goal. Make sure that you're not getting distracted by other things that are going on around you. Make sure you're keeping that focus on where you're trying to go. 7 of Pentacles, all about kind of planting the seeds and getting things prepared to where you can kind of grow the garden, you can kind of grow your goals and the things that you're trying to accomplish. So planting those seeds and being able to get it started, working out details, paying attention to details, not rushing through things. And that is stuck energy because it's in reverse. So you might be kind of rushing through things. And this card's kind of telling you like, hey, slow it down a little bit. This one's all about preparation, planning things, getting details right. So make sure that you're keeping your focus on your goal, You're taking the time to plant those seeds and working out each detail. You're not missing any steps. You're not trying to rush through or skip the hard work that has to go into what you're trying to accomplish. Make sure that you're planning these things out and being prepared for them. You're waiting for something to happen. So you might be waiting for this easy out or easy way of doing something, and it's not there. You're waiting for something that's not there. You're gonna have to get down in the dirt and work for it. Ace of Wands, all about big opportunities. So that potential is there. There's going to be a big opportunity for you to kind of take it down, take it step by step and being able to work through. Just make sure you're not rushing through things and you're watching for the inspiration to kind of hit, to be able to help get you motivated to be able to work on that. And the Sun, it's a happy, super happy time, but it's in reverse. So, and I feel like it has to do with you not kind of slowing down and doing the hard work that needs to be done for whatever you're trying to accomplish. So once you take the time to work it out, prepare, get everything, all the details ironed out, you're definitely going to have happiness. It's gonna all come together for you for sure. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. I think that is everybody. I am going to edit my video so I can upload that, and that's going to be on protection. Can I ask another question? Yes, ask another question while I'm rambling on. It's going to be about protection, clarification. Oh my gosh. Protection and purification, like cleansing. That's the word I'm trying to think of. Oh my gosh. And grounding yourself, because I want to get into a little bit of like, not really, I hate saying teaching things because like I said earlier, I'm not a professional, but I like to share the knowledge that I have, that I've kind of gathered, and protection is huge. Whether you're doing tarot readings or energy work or any type of spell work, anything like that, you always want to protect yourself. And I feel like protection is kind of underrated. It's not really talked about all the time. So that was my first video I wanted to do. And then I'm going to work on a video on astrology. I'm going to start getting into an astrology series. So watch for those videos. I'm super excited. Does Jay have feelings for me, or should I just not care? Okay. This card came out while I was shuffling for you. I was kind of getting ready for this question to come up. And when a card kind of pops out while I'm shuffling, I really feel like it's like, bam, this message has to come through. Okay. Potential is there, for sure. The Empress, all about the birth of something new, all this creative energy coming through and really good things working for you. Justice is all about what goes around comes around. So just make sure that you're on the right path, because karma is definitely going to come into play a little bit. Four of Swords, this one popped out, and it's kind of a card that just kind of tells you like, hey, put down the sword, stop fighting so hard for something. So when this card comes up and you're asking, does he have feelings or should I just not care? It might be something that maybe you just kind of have to set it aside and be like, okay, well, I'm going to let him figure this out or her figure this out, and not work so hard at it. Sometimes when we stop chasing something, it'll kind of come to us. I feel like that's definitely the type of energy that's here. Protection is so underrated. It's seriously one of the most important things to learn. And cleansing, yes, for sure. Protection is like the biggest thing, and I feel like no one talks about it. They're just like, oh, do this and this and this, and this is how you read tarot, and this is how you connect to energy, and it's like, protect yourself. Knight of Wands, also potato, but in reverse. So Knight of Wands is in a relationship reading. It's more of like creativity and passion, and the Knight is all about like having everything that you need and being prepared and being able to take on what you're getting ready to take on. So this relationship, the passion that could be there, but it's in reverse. So something's kind of holding you guys back. So I feel like it could even be just like, you might be not really trying too hard, but you might be pushing Jay into something that maybe he doesn't, or he or she doesn't quite realize that they want just yet. I feel like if you just kind of like step back just a little bit, you'll make them realize what they want. For sure. Nine of Pentacles is all about like everything that you're wanting and everything that you your goals in life and things that you're wanting in life are coming to fruition. So she's in this like backyard. She's got a little house in the background. She's got a falcon on her shoulder, and that's kind of wisdom. And then she's got this giant flower, which is just representative of her goals and what she's trying to accomplish in life. And she's happy, and she's able to look back and be like, I have this. This is mine. And it's kind of a time to just kind of like take a second to appreciate it. So I feel like the things are definitely coming for you. If you want them, if you want this relationship to work, just kind of take a step back a little bit, like that person, Jay, let them do a little bit of the work too. Have you ever heard of the like come 90%, but let them come the other 10%? I think it was in like a Will Smith movie. What was that? Where it was like a matchmaker. Hitch? Yes, Hitch. He was like, come 90%, but let her come the other 10%. Like, make her come a little bit too. Make her do a little bit of the work too. Don't do the 100%. I feel like that's definitely what the cards are kind of saying. Like, take a step back just a little bit. Let them do a little bit of the work as well. All right. Like I said, I'm going to go work on those videos. Hopefully I'll have the protection video up tonight, and then I'll work on the astrology video a little bit in the next couple days, and hopefully have that up this weekend. Tomorrow I'm doing an escape room. I've never done an escape room, and I'm super excited to do that. So I won't be working on anything tomorrow night, but I promise by this weekend I'll have another video for you guys. Thank you guys all so much. This was an awesome night. I love when I get, when I'm almost done using up all my cards. I love that. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, comment on other videos, check them out. Make sure you watch for my next videos I'm posting. And I hope you guys have an awesome week. Bye.